What is up, guys? Wasn't going to film today because it was just a a routine day. Had a washer go down, top load. I thought it just needed a belt, so I changed the belt out of it. And now when you shut the lid, the motor just hums. I mean, this thing when I come in still had water in it, so I spun the water out. I noticed that it didn't go into spin cycle. It just drained the water. So I just said, hey, that's the belt. Turns out though, when it goes to agitate, the motor is just humming. I left it in for a second. You could hear it. It smelled bad. I thought it smelled bad when I was changing the belt, which makes sense. Before I go replacing capacitor and before I go replacing a motor, which I have both, before I go replacing those, I'm gonna try swapping out the timers, or not the timers, but the electronics there. I've had this problem before, and I've chased it, and I chased it, and it turns out it was the computer sending a signal to the motor to both go forward and in reverse at the same time. So I think that's what's going on with this. I've got one machine down there, so we'll swap the boards on it before I do anything, because that's the easiest. I mean, the belt needed replaced anyway, so I was already in there for that. But we'll swap out computer boards, try that. So I've already got it unscrewed. Always make sure you unplug it. Heck, I've even got it all the way took loose. I didn't think I was gonna make a video today. Oh yeah, I think that's my problem, because this board smells. Oh yeah, bingo, found it already. See that bad? That trace is bad. So ain't nothing my Mountain Electronics can't fix, but I've never been able to, instantly tell there was my problem. So we're gonna take this one down here, swap it over, and hopefully this will fix that machine and get this board sent off and get it fixed. I've been meaning to send a couple off there. It's the fourth plug. See, we won't even plug this machine back up. I'll have to pull this board off so that I can ship it out. I got another phase. What are they called? I think they're called phase 5. I ain't 100%. I could break out the old knife on this one. That's what that trace is supposed to look like. We'll get her plugged back up here, turn her back on, and try her out. and start it. That's odd. There it was. I didn't have that snapped in all the way. Scared me for a second. I knew I've done that a million times. I mean, plugging it up and putting it back in. Never heard anything before. Didn't even have to use the multimeter on it. Okay, so should be able to start it. There you go. Just like that. It's back to washing. Nothing smells horrible. That's why you always want to keep your repairs that you do in the back of your head. Or else I've been screwing with this. I'd have put a new motor on it. I'd put a new belt and put a new capacitor. I'd have done this, that, and the other before I changed that out. And because I've changed that out before, I knew as soon as I replaced that belt, I put that lid down and it just smelled horrible. It makes this god-awful noise where both are trying to go, go back and forward and reverse at the same time. It sounds horrible, smells horrible. That's your problem. And then you're seeing, how what that looked like when we took it apart. But we're gonna button this machine up, finish taking that board apart so I can send it off today. Hopefully get it back here in the next week or two. But it's crazy, little simple things like that. Which if somebody called and said, hey, my machine messed up and it smells terrible, I'd have known right off the bat what it was. I should have known off the bat what it was whenever I opened it up and I smelled a little bit of, if you've not ever smelled electrical, like a capacitor blowing up, or it smells terrible. It almost stings your nostrils in a way, if that makes sense. At first, when I come in, it come up with a EDR, which is air or drain. And sometimes I had this one gentleman that used to come in. He'd use one machine, and he would stop it up every time. I thought that this might be the situation, but this water wasn't really dirty, so it just makes complete sense. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and start it with some quarters. Also, I don't think I've ever showed this to anybody, but if you ever need the schematics to your machine, almost every machine you can you can find the schematics printed off inside of it. Just tells you how everything should go, just in case any ever wires come out, it tells you how contactors are supposed to work, and if it's supposed to be normally open, normally shut. wells, go ahead and order one of these. We'll go ahead and order a faceplate too for this, which actually I might have one somewhere. So, but we'll go ahead and order that. Again, here's that trace, that rope. Oh man, it got the one underneath it too. But I sent on that first 60 pounder, I sent I sent 220 bolts through the whole board and like burnt, I'd say about 3 inches of trace up. I sent it off and Mountain Electronics was able to repair it, so. We'll put them there, won't hurt nothing. Well, there you go. I wasn't expecting to repair anything today, but that's how the laundromat life goes. You think you're going to have an easy day, it's not been busy. You come in, it's filthy. There's crap everywhere, and you got machines down. So that's how you do. That's how it is. I guess that's how it is when you own your own business on anything. There's always going to be something to fix. There's always going to be problems. But thank you for watching. God bless. Have a good one.